So that was, I think starting with 6 cards is I consider like a very beginner's level difficulty. A standard game of solo mode will be with 5 card start. Okay, let's jump straight into it. Put down a parents. 1, 2, 3. We'll put a proposal here. We'll put the 4 admirers. So this is a terrible hand because we've only got 2 colours. And we've also got 2 4s. So this could be a rough start. Ideally, I believe when you're playing solo is you're trying to collect a variety of colours, usually because they have, variety of effects and you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect mostly, but you can alter the next round because you know who's going to marry and you know what's on top of the proposal. So here we have the Thespian of Peace and the Peasant of Coin, and their successor is the Cleric of Coin. And like the other game, it starts with no trumps, highest card wins. Flip, 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 flip. Okay, so the highest card is this 10, which means we are this 5 of love. Beautiful. So we are a missing suit, but we are also a missing suit with this purple card, which isn't great. We are in the middle, which also isn't good. If we had a peasant, which we do, this might be our best way to deal with this situation. So there's 2 ways we can go about this. We can play the peasant on top of the influence pile here. How do I show you the peasant? Is it like this? Yeah, like this. So the peasant will make the closest rank to the successor win. In this case, we'll win because we are closest to the 7 with a 5. Another option is to turn the royal into a thespian. That's not too bad because I've got 2 thespians. And this will bring down his score to 4, and I'll have a 5, which will be the highest. This isn't a bad decision. That could be quite good. I think they're my only 1 card options. I feel like using the red thespian is a good option here because I've already got lots of red cards and I've got 2 4s. So I will use the red thespian. So we'll flip this guy over. He's being replaced by the red thespian. Let's put that over there. There you go. You're a red thespian now. So now the highest card wins. Doesn't matter the suit, and that's me. So I managed to get out of the first round unscathed, and I only used 1 card. Now I would like to have a green card, and it's always safe to pick the assassin. It's good to have an assassin. So I'm going to take those. Put these over here. All right. We get married. Cool. Oh, not like that. And let's have a look. So the Spy of Coin and our adversaries and admirers are, well, once again, this one's winning because it's the highest, which means we're going to be this 7. Okay, so there are 2 cards higher than us. We can't just kill the royal. We are the only card in the off suit though. So if you have a look here, there's gold and red and gold, red, red and gold. So if I play the assassin as a proposal, the 7 will become favourite. My admirer will become favourable. What other options do we have? We are also closest. So if I want to keep the assassin, I can play the peasant. If I put the peasant atop the influence pile, as I showed before, this will mean that the number closest to 6 is good, and I have a 7. I feel like that could be good, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a peasant up here. So no suits are more favourable than any other, and I have the 7, which is closest to this 6 here. Okay, I take a gold card, whoop, and then I'll flip these around. I don't need another assassin. The assassins are great, but I can pass on them. All right. Move the ring off. Let's get married. And you can see here that you can start predicting at least what the parents' colours are going to be if you're going to win the round. You know that the successor and your admirer are going to be that colour. You know that this is going to be the proposal. You have information about the next round, right? So there is some level of strategy, or to think a little bit ahead as you get better at the game. All right. Once again, nothing is more favourable than the others, but anything that's closest to this 1 is going to be winning, which is this 2, which means we're this 5 over here of the same colour. We're also the next closest, just to put it out there. And a good way to not use the assassin, I try to save the assassin. So a good way to deal with this situation is to upgrade the beggar into a royal. Lucky beggar. So I'm trying to grab this ring. So the royal, let me have a look here, can replace any admirer or any family member as long as it's the same colour as the royal. So in this case, the royal of coin can replace the beggar of coin, right? And I guess the logic there is that they're from a long descended bloodline, or it's like Jasmine from Aladdin. She's pretending to be a street rat, but realistically, she is a royal. Now, good for her, I guess, but now we are closest to the successor, which means we're going to marry the successor. I do need another gold card. I could get the royal back. I've already got a royal, and then there's a green royal. I think the vizier might be better because the peasant effect could get annoying in the future. So I'm going to take that one there. All right. The 5-player game type also comes with 5 new cards. Oh, don't take that. And they are special cards. They are actually their own special suit, and they have their own special rules. They can be used, and in fact, they're a lot of fun to play in the solo mode as well. So I might do a video in the future with all the 5-player special cards. But I might as well wait for a 5-player demonstration of that, I think, because it's probably a good way to debut those cards. But just letting you know that the special expansion that comes to play 5 players comes with 5 new cards, and they interact perfectly fine with the solo game type, and the 2-player game type, and the 3-player game type, and the 4-player game type, and so on. All right, so let's have a look here. Once again, closest to the 5, we have a 6. That's the closest, which means we're going to be this 7 over here. The good news about that 7 is that it's red and all the other admirers are green. And if we have a look at the board here, the one color that's missing is red from the family. So if I play a green card on top of the proposal, I will automatically take the win there. So the next question is there something else we can do? Because using my only green assassin will be kind of rough. I can make it highest. And then we draw, but with the 7. I think sadly the green card being placed up here is the best decision. Now the missing suit is favoured, which is me, and then all the other cards, they're not as useful. Now I've already got a spy. I haven't got a cleric. I'm going to take a cleric. The game goes for about 10-15 minutes, depending on how fast you get at the game, obviously. It's a good passage of time. And once again, it's good practice to when you play with other people, because 12 cards left, 2 rounds left. We've been playing very well. Obviously, you can have unlucky hands, but it's all about the fun of trying to make with what you have. Let's have a look here. Okay. Closest to 5 is, so you got it's either this 8 or this 1. So 1, then there's 2, 3, and 4. And then with 8, there's 6 and 7. So the 8 is closest to the 5. And the missing suit is favoured. So in this case, gold is favoured, which is annoying because we are both in that gold suit. Okay. The other thing with the assassin being our admirer is we can't pick the assassin at the end of the game. But we can swap out the assassin with the spy and then have an assassin in our hand. That's always good. This is an easy win with the thespian. Yep, that's going to be what it is. Unless I want the assassin in my hand and I replace it with another card, but none of the other cards, it will all be 2 plays. So I think the safest play is to play the thespian atop the vizier here. So let's get rid of the vizier. A lot of safe plays, a lot of easy cards to play with here. Usually it's not as forgiving. All right, so now I'm the only one in this missing favoured suit, which is great. There you go. You know what? I'm going to take the thespian back. Thank you. All right, let's meet him. Yep, the general of coin. Okay, so missing suits is red. There you go. That's an easy thing there, which means we're this thespian here. So the missing suit is red, and it's closest to the 9, which is pretty much as highest wins. Okay. So I can play a few cards here, obviously. The missing suit is red. This is easy. I just use the spy. Thank you. I get to return this to my hand and play a new admirer, and I will choose to play the royal. There we go. And now I have the card that's closest to the 9, and I am in the favoured suit. And I get to put a card in my hand. I will put the beggar in my hand. Why not? And we married. And that's, I think, the end of that game. Is that right? I've only got 2 cards left, so 1 and 2, which is not enough to play the last round. If we had 1 more card, we could play a last round there, because there would be an adversarial admirer and your admirer. But as it is, our general of coin and our royal of love were very good parents, because they produced a beggar of love.